afternoon. We are having a debate before you this afternoon, and the title is Cultural Diversity. Should it be introduced in Nigeria? We have the supporting side and the opposing side. We have Uchenna Kingsley and Miracle Emmanuel for the supporting side. They are saying yes, it should be introduced in Nigeria. Then the opposing side, we have Miracle Uchenna, Marvelous Uchenna, and Adonu Amarachi. They say no, it shouldn't be introduced. So let's hear from them.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Panel of judges, including viewers and my co-debaters, and my honorable viewers. My name is Uchenna Kingsley. I am in class 4. The topic before me to you this afternoon is: should cultural diversity be introduced in the modern day community? What is culture? What is culture? Culture is seen as the custom, way, belief, art, or ways of life of social organization, while diversity is the art of having differences and putting it together. Cultural diversity is cultural diversity is cultural diversity is belief, art, of ways to people in a particular community. Yes, cultural diversity should be introduced in the modern day community. 1. Without knowing and having knowledge, there should not be socialization in the community. 2. Effective communication is applied when we mingle with other people and cooperate through socialization and tolerance. Secondly, the introduction of cultural diversity in the community bring great cooperative service within the community. Example, the transportation of goods from Lagos to Kano. Lastly, the introduction of cultural diversity is very necessary for better exposure to know different aspects. Cultural diversity, art of ways of doing things in different areas, education. Thanks. I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I have been able to convince and not to confuse you that cultural diversity should be introduced in the modern day community. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Let's hear from the opposing side, Uchenna Marvelous.
My name is Uchenna Marvelous. I am in Primary 2. The topic before me to you this afternoon is: should cultural diversity be introduced in this modern day community? But before I proceed, I would like to give honor to whom honor is due to by saying, good day, Mr. Chairman, sir. Debaters. Firstly, what is cultural diversity? Cultural diversity is appreciating the society, which is made up of many different groups with different interests, skills, talents, and needs. The most important thing is first of all accept the formation of nature, because literally we cannot fight against it. And from prophetic side, cultural diversity brings a variety of the traditional business, art from sound languages into a single shared impressive, which make it difficult for some people because of their way of life. Cultural diversity should not be introduced in this modern day community of the following reasons. Number 1, lot of productivity. Number 2, professional communication can be misunderstood or misinterpreted across culture. Number 3, negative stereotypes can interfere in multicultural team. Number 4, cultural diversity being introduced might or result to disagreement. Number 5, it may even result to discrimination in workplace, gender, age, school, and society. Furthermore, Jam Dudusin David White says, learn about cultural diversity, discover its challenges, understand it, but don't support it. Nowadays, people make use of donkeys, camel for transporting from different culture. Otherwise, daily or time. consumed will make it difficult in our modern community. I hope with these few points of mine that I have been able to convince and not to confuse you that should cultural diversity be introduced in this modern day community. Thanks.
Second speaker from the supporting side.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, panel of judges, accurate center, moderator, viewers, and my co-debaters. My names are Manemiraku. I am in class 4. I am a native son from Abambiso local government, Imo State. The topic before me to you this afternoon is, should cultural diversity be introduced in this modern day community? Yes, just as the first speaker has spoken, it should be introduced because 1. Without introduction and communication among living things, life is imbalanced. 2. Abnormalities like human trafficking and other evil acts in the midst of people can never be stopped, but with the understanding and picture of knowing our culture, of knowing our belief, we limit the evil from the mind. Secondly, introduction of cultural diversity creates room for the creation of mutual ideas that will build up the national and individual life. Thirdly, it should be introduced because so many things will be put in place for the development of the country and community, such as individual finance. 1. Personal finance. 2. International or state economical improvement. 3. Sharing of handicraft work and global warming exercise. For and provision of infrastructural facilities like good road, school, worship center, clinic, electricity, and school. Thirdly, it should be introduced for the maintenance of environmental hazard and every dysfunction of work or irrespective of social defense. Thanks. I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I have been able to convince and not to convince you that should cultural diversity be introduced in this modern day community. Thanks.
Thank you. Let's hear from the last speaker from the opposing side, Amarachi Adonu.
My name is Adon Amarachi. I am in Primary 3. My topic before me to read this afternoon is, should cultural diversity be introduced in this modern day community? But before I proceed, I would like to give honor to you honors this by saying, good day, Mr. Chairman, sir. Panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, the moderator, viewers, and my co-debater. Just as the first speaker has said, that cultural diversity being appreciating the society, which is made up of different groups with different interests, skills, talents, and needs. Cultural diversity should cultural diversity be introduced in this modern day community. First, in a community comprised of people for different religion, language, race, and ethnic background, we need true rotation for to keep going on, money forward. Student secondary, student fee is as the result of cultural diversity because student people fit to recognize and respect each other to their race. Cultural diversity happen to be introduced in this modern day community after community in the classroom, workplace, and collaboration, achievement, corruption. I hope we give you this book of mine. We have been able to convince and not to convince that cultural diversity be introduced in this modern day community. Thanks.
All right, let's hear from the audience. Can someone come out and summarize what you just heard, the debate?
Good afternoon. My name is Akasmia Daniel. I am in JSS1. Yes, in summary to the view on cultural diversity, should cultural diversity be introduced to this modern day community? I will say yes and no. In the sense that negative art behavior practices are being introduced, imparted into community life, which lead to massive cooperation, Two, there is difficulty in the practices and learning and other there is difficulty in the practices and learning of other people's ways of doing things as a result of inability of perfecting practices in different culture. It leads to brutality and hatred among people with different thoughts. The management of other people's tools, attire, land, may warrant discrimination among people. We need to know what other people are made of their belief, art, and ways they do things. In the, I will, in the aspect of yes, it should be introduced because life is all about getting more knowledge and development. If we appear in other people's cultural attire, we will be appreciated and love will be shared among people with the, and love will be shared among people with intra and inter accuracies relationship. Thanks.